Hi, I'm Emily Adams with Transformative Leadership, and today I want to give you 4 easy steps you can implement today to become a better leader. One of the things that I strongly believe that has really helped me in my leadership career and also has helped a lot of the clients that I work with is having this mindset that it starts all with leader of self first. And then when you continue to work on yourself, that just has a ripple out effect. It impacts your business, your family, your friends, everyone, especially when you can come to a place where you are a leader of self. So with these 4 steps, I really want to make it very easy. Don't overthink it. The biggest thing is just acknowledging and taking the actions that I'm going to lay out for you in this video. So step number 1 is evaluation. This is an honest process of evaluating where you are at, where you have been, and where you are going. Take this time to sit down, write it out, see what the outside world is kind of reflecting back to you as a mirror. Like, what is mirroring back to you? What are themes that you keep seeing? What have you done really great at? And what are your opportunities for growth? And really being honest with this, but also not judging. We don't want to judge. We don't want to should ourselves. Like, we don't want to do those things to ourselves. We are strictly here to grow and see the opportunities. And so with the evaluation piece, you can do these multiple ways. You can request feedback from your team. You can also, and you can do this anonymously, so your team doesn't know who's providing the feedback. You can also ask those that you know are going to give you honest opinions and honest feedback, not those that are just going to tell you what you want to hear, because that's not how we grow, right? So the first step is the evaluation process. So that way you can see the whole picture of like where I'm at, where I'm going. And I say honesty because the more we are honest with ourselves, the more that we can see and have an increased awareness of what we get to change as we continue to grow. If we're not honest, we're not going to be able to see it. It's like, that's just the bottom line. Step 2 is creating an action plan. This is part of accountability as a leader. And this is not something that is easy. It's not something that is fun. It's not something that a lot of leaders really are like, oh yes, this is my thing. But as a leader, you know you get to be accountable. And this is part of creating an action plan. So looking at your evaluation and your opportunities for growth, taking 2 to 3 of those and saying, in my action plan, I'm going to come up with a plan to close out these gaps that I have on the opportunities that I want to grow into. So for example, if one of yours is communication, like to be a better communicator or to communicate more effectively, like be specific with these things. Create an action plan of how you're going to close that gap out. Are you going to take a course? Are you going to read a book? Are you going to get some coaching? Are you going to ask for some mentorship? Whatever that looks like. However, with this action plan, make sure you build in this action plan a time for you to also embody this and practice this. You can read all the books, take all the courses, and have all the mentors, but if you do not practice what you are learning, you will not grow and evolve. That action plan is just trash. So make sure in your action plan you have learning what you need to learn, and then also having a implementation or a practice or an embodiment phase in that action plan. So that way you can actually implement what you're learning, right? That leads me into the execution phase. This execution phase is all about like how you're going to execute this action plan. Is it going to be on a daily basis? Is it going to be on a weekly basis? Like really put some thought and effort into this, because this is part of you stepping into your opportunities of growth, you being able to evolve and grow as a leader. So the execution phase really gets to be intentional. And how does that look like for you on a day-to-day basis? So if you want to become a better communicator, then guess what? You get to practice that. And what does that look like for you? So understand what that looks like for you. And then the last step is the reflection. So after an amount of time, whether it's a week, whether it's a month, however long you feel like you need to develop these skills, reflect. Did you close out the gap? Do you still need to continue to grow and to evolve? A lot of times we get into this mindset of it's going to take us a long time to develop these skills. And really some of these skills can be developed overnight if you have the awareness and you know how to shift quickly. So if you know how to shift quickly, You don't need years and you don't need months or days. You can shift in an instant, right? It's the opportunity for you. So just to recap, for these, you're going to do an evaluation, create an action plan, execute, and a reflection. These are all very simple steps to take. Don't overcomplicate it. I understand it is not always easy. I see this with clients all the time. They're like, well, I need some extra accountability. If it is something you need extra accountability, I am always happy to support and provide any resources. Or if you have any questions around this video, feel free to reach out to me.